also things that I use for mental wellness that I try to help with my own personal mental health or my friends and loved ones. Communication is key, you guys. I cannot stress that enough. No matter how bad or how good whatever the information may be, communication is key. And just for those that don't realize how much communication is key, look, you can't help somebody if you don't communicate to them. Like, if you can't be helped if you don't communicate to people that you need help. And I know it can be very tough, especially during these times with the pandemic, with people kind of staying away from a lot of physical, I can't even think of my words. I apologize. Physical interaction. There you go. It's tough. I'm blessed and lucky to have my wife that I can get to wake up to every day. Even though tomorrow is never promised, I get to wake up to my wife, and thankfully, with safety procedures, of course, and being cautious and whatnot, I'm still able to see both my parents majority of the time. I mean, I'm safe about it. I keep my distance. I wear my mask. My mom wears her mask. My dad wears his mask. And, I'm able to see them. But I can understand how it can be very difficult to not being around a lot of people because we're humans. We need physical interaction. We need to be around people. And it's tough to be around people at this point in time with the pandemic. And just to be safe for everybody else's sake, not just your own, you kind of have to eliminate that right now. And, trust me, I'm still weary about being around my parents. I still try to do the procedures as much as I can. I'm very cautious, with me and my wife having to go to tons of doctor's appointments and being around a bunch of doctors and people because of our son and because my wife is pregnant. That's something that we have to do for her health and his health. And, we have to try to protect ourselves as much as possible. So I can only imagine how it must feel for people to have to go through, the pandemic and be away from people. Me personally, I don't necessarily suffer from lack of physical interaction because I'm a homebody, and I use technology to my advantage. Your FaceTimes, your Discord, things along those lines. But everyone is not me. My wife has to deal with the less physical interaction. So I've seen what it's like, and it's not fun. So I feel for you guys out there, and I encourage you to try to just use technology to your advantage. I understand that physical presence is needed. We're human. I understand it. But use technology to your advantage when you can, and just kind of learn to adapt and go from there. I promise you one thing, things will be better, and the precaution and safety that you're doing now will be better off in the long run. I know it's growing mentally, I know it's growing physically, but I promise you and your family will thank yourself later on down the road. So just keep that in mind. But remember, communication is key. Communicating with your friends, texting, calling, FaceTiming, a simple text, a simple hello, a simple how you doing is always something that will make somebody's day. You never know, and especially in these times. So make sure you're communicating with your friends, family, and loved ones. Make sure you let them know that you love them. Make sure you let them know that you appreciate them, and let them know that, hey, we're going through this together, that your door is always open. Even if you're super busy, just letting them know that they have an outlet, because sometimes some people need that outlet to be able to express themselves and be able to let them know what's going on. Yo, and look, as men, and sorry ladies, I'm talking to the men at this moment, so just take a listen, and I promise you'll enjoy what I have to say. Look, men, we have to just get out of this mindset that it's not okay to communicate about our emotions, about our feelings, about our mental wellness, about things that we are currently going through and trying to be struggling with. Look, even as a man, I am trying to do my best to be open better. I'm trying to be open with you guys, the listeners, the viewers, the people that watch on the YouTube version, the people that listen to me on their favorite podcast platforms. And I'm trying to get better at opening up with more than just my intermediate family. And when I mean that, I mean my mother and my father and my wife. I'm trying to get better at opening up with my best friends. I'm trying to get better opening up with my fraternity brothers, and trying to get better opening up with the members of my kingdom for church. And and it's very difficult, but it takes time. I think time truly does heal all wounds, but it does get very difficult to express yourself. But you actually have to take that leap of faith and try to learn to communicate and open up. And as men, look, I get it. We're very prideful. Understandable. My pride is a lot. But I have learned as a 30-year-old man and from prior experiences that sometimes you just have to let go of your pride and get out of your selfish nature. That's one thing that I have learned from studying the Bible, from my own my own experience with just around my wife, around my friends and family, is that I had to let go of my pride, and I had to let go of my selfish nature. Because look, I get it. You want to handle things on your own. You don't want people to know that you're struggling. You don't want to let people know that you're going through some tough times. It's like, I gotta keep this in house. I gotta keep this in with just me. I just can't let it out. Trust me, it's gonna tear you down inside. I'm going through it. Yes, there's a lot of things that you guys don't know about that I'm still learning to try to be open with you guys about, because some things it's just not y'all business. But I'm trying to get better with that, and I'm telling you from experience, it breaks you down. And my wife has seen me break down before because I don't communicate a lot of things that are going on. And as far as mental wellness is concerned and mental health, it is very, very, very important for you guys to learn to open up and communicate and not keep things in. So men, let's eliminate that whole machismo, big manly macho type of thing that you can't express yourself. You can express yourself and still be an alpha. You can express yourself and still be a man. You can express yourself and still be the head of your household. But you gotta learn to express yourself and talk to your loved ones, because your loved ones can't help you if you don't communicate with them. And I'm telling you, you're gonna feel much better because of it.